Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant, Joan. Screenwriter's Rant on the Mad Hatter. Ooh, Mad Hatter, what a name. One of my commenters' name is Mad Hatter. See, you got a movie just for you, MH. Um, Mad Hatter is probably the most generic horror movie I've ever seen. It has almost nothing to do with the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, or an old hat maker. It just has all these crazy elements in it for horror movies, and then it just sort of throws them all in there. There's like almost no story here that I could tell. I think, and I have to piece this together. The trailer doesn't tell you. I think it's a bunch of students who, as part of an experiment, go to sleep in a house which I guess is haunted, and they keep switching. They keep seeing things, or maybe they're part of a study because they're mentally ill. But anyhow, they keep seeing ghosts and things start happening. And this guy, I think, is their instructor, and he offers to help them, but he brought them to the house. I can always tell, a movie made by someone who just got out of film school, because they have scenes like this. This is I was working on a film where the cinematographer wanted to light up every candle in a church, and I told him, you can't do that. This is an old Catholic church, and those are mass candles, and if you light them all, you're supposed to pay for them. And then there's a couple of special candles, like the Easter candle, you're not supposed to light except for Easter. And I said, then when you get out of here, you won't know which ones to blow out because some of them are already lit. And I literally stopped the set guy from lighting the candles like 4 times until finally I was actually in the movie as an actor. I was in makeup, and then I came out. Every candle was lit in the church, and they blew every candle out on the way out, is exactly as I predicted. Spooky. But this to me is very film school, because the cinematographer loves the light. Oh, look at the light! I love that. I love candlelight. This is a thing cinematographers are kind of obsessed with. They're kind of obsessed. And the ironic thing is, too, there are other lights in this scene off camera that you can't see. So you can see the shadow of the candelabra here, right? That shouldn't be there unless there's a light all the way camera left behind the camera, with a blue filter on it, because that means night, by the way, in case you don't know. And that's how he got that effect. So, or they shot this in the day and they put a blue filter on everything. So there are lights outside, most likely. Most likely there are lights outside this building, and they're shining them in. But again, they're using a blue filter, so it looks like nighttime. It looks like moonlight, right? This all looks like nighttime. They could have shot this in the day. They could have. But they probably didn't. They probably shot it at night, and the cinematographer's like, ooh, candles. and did it make any sense in the story for the characters to light all these candles and put them all over the floor and have to clean them up? Probably not, I'm guessing. But when you're living in a haunted house and you're afraid, and something might kill you, are you going to stop to light a bunch of candles to make it even spookier? No, that makes no sense. I worked on another movie where it was supposed to be a secret room that no one had been in for 50 years. And there's actually a line of dialogue where the characters say something like that, like, oh, no one's been here in 50 years. Well, again, the cinematographer's like, ooh, let's light some candles. It'll look old and creepy. And they lit some candles. So when the characters come into the room, there are already candles lit. Now, you could have changed the dialogue because there was like a ghost involved, and you could have said, well, somebody was here and lit a candle. But instead, they said the same damn lines as if someone lit the candles 50 years ago and they've been burning ever since. Anyhow, this movie has, it just has images. Look at it. A plate. I don't know what that is. It's some creepy upside down heart. here's a timepiece and there's water. I mean, like, this is like a cinematographer's dream, but it's like a screenwriter's nightmare because what is going on? What is going on? There's fire. The movie's called Mad Hatter. There's this horror element, and they got these creepy guys showing up and starting fires. Here, he's got a hat. Finally, a guy with a hat. It's called Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter. Shouldn't it be about something to do with Alice in Wonderland or something to do with, I don't know, hats? So, directed by Kate Devaney, story by R.V. Romero. I wonder if that's related to the famous George Romero. Screenplay by R.V. Romero and Kate Devaney. Okay. So, R.V. came up with the story, wrote a screenplay with the director, and then the director directed it. All right. Blue Fox Entertainment. Yeah, I wouldn't watch this movie. It doesn't look good at all. When's it coming out? There's Mad Hatter. No date. I guess it comes out this year. I mean, it's got a young cast. It's got a creepy house. It's got ghosts. It's got fires. It's got water and people drowning and things in the water and illusions and madness, and it's just not being presented in a way that makes sense. And if you're going to have the Mad Hatter, then what you create an expectation with that title, the Mad Hatter. Either it's going to be Alice in Wonderland related stuff, if it's going to be a horror movie about a Mad Hatter or a guy who read the Alice in Wonderland book and, I don't know, he decided to become the Mad Hatter and kill people. Or the Alice in Wonderland was based on a real guy, and here it is. Something like that. Not just like, oh, well, we picked a cool sounding name that we liked and just threw it in there, a bunch with other horror movie tropes, and then here's your movie. That, to me, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I'm very down on this movie. Sorry, it's low budget, but I kind of can't get behind it. Or maybe it's not low budget. I mean, they seem to have some nice effects. I will say that. The effects look nice. And maybe it's a good movie. But this trailer is just confusing and it angers me. All right, on to the next one, Joan.